you're pretty young. I don't know. You know who Bing Crosby was? He was a
Yeah.
It's her grandfather.
Okay.
All right. Now, if you're comfortable, if you're ready, tests are on Saturday.
I don't know. Let's see.
Okay.
I'm really confident. I have all of it down, except there's a couple of things that I felt I could not really look for this week.
Well, the only things that I can't help you with today, I can't really help you with the takedowns or the joint locks. The choke shouldn't be too much of an issue.
I think the things I needed help on was I think it was some of these,
Okay.
and then and like the ones where you told me don't think about it, just do something, and you wanted me to take your arms to your stomach and stuff like that. Like I was just breathing.
Oh, okay. Probably the interval striking stuff. Yeah, probably these. Because they're blocks and stuff before you make your attack. Well, most likely it's this. All right, do you want to go through everything or just the way it is, or you want to work on something particular? This is your time, you tell me.
We'll just go through everything.
Okay.
Well, dummy camp.
Let's see, now. You're a silver staff, so you got to do all four of the permutations of these, right? All, right outside, right inside, left inside, left outside. You have to go through all of them. Why don't we work on this? Since that was your first question, let's work on this. So here's your opponent. This is right, this is the left. So start center, move over to the outsides. Okay? When you're doing the inside, you can just stay right here. But then move over. That makes sense? So try to keep in mind your footwork. If you're blocking with your left, punching with your right. Right foot follows. Right? Or left foot. Left foot, left punch.
Right.
Right foot, right punch.
So,
On all of these except for one. Yeah. On all of these except for one. So start here on the outside. Punch out, straight punch. Move back to the middle. Go back to the middle. Here's your footwork to move over here. Yep, so you've got your footwork and your hands backwards.
oh, so I'll need to switch.
No. You're going to start from you're going to start here in your right hand stance. But if you're going to move to this side, switch your footwork to this side.
Oh, okay. So
Right. Now smooth that up.
ah.
Yeah, you don't need to do that shuffling. So you're here, you're in your right hand stance. But just move. Go.
It's more like a pivot.
Go.
Yeah.
There you go, not bad.
I get it really.
And don't back up. Don't do that. Always stay here or even move forward. But don't back up. Did you ever meet Shailene?
No. But I did get the message. That was really sad.
She was a good kid. She couldn't fight. She was too small. She had no strength. She had no balance. But the girl was here every training session for a year and a half. She tried her damnedest. I have never seen more tenacity in any one person than I have her. She had the heart of a lion. That girl did. I swear.
That's good.
She was never going to make a good fighter, but it's not what I liked about her.
Well, now we can see her every time.
She just would not quit, and she's the epitome of I ain't gonna quit. She died before she quit.
Now, if anybody feels like quitting, you can just tell them we're gonna
Look at that.
experience shame. Don't give up.
She got all of the feeds until the day she died, which was just last Friday.
That's good.
Last time she was in, she was just here to visit. We sat and talked for about 2 hours.
That's good. That's good. That works.
She's a red set.
That's really good.
For her size and her abilities, it was very good. She was a pretty good technician. She was never going to make a good fighter, but she could certainly show the movements and stuff. She was a decent technician. She was tiny. She didn't even weigh 100 pounds.
Ooh, that's great.
She was tiny.
My little sister's the only female I know that's full grown and doesn't weigh over.
Hey, you met Nico, right? Little skinny black girl.
Yeah.
Long braids.
Rated. Yeah.
She was about 110, and Shailene was smaller than her.
Yeah, I did think that. There's a couple of students I've always seen. Paris, I know he's a teacher, but
You don't come in when he's here, right?
yeah, just like James, I haven't seen him because you said he's here on Monday, right?
James is here now as a private student only.
Oh, okay.
Because of his learning disability.
Oh,
So I separated him so that I teach him on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and from 4 till 6. So
that's cool.
Yeah.
I like James.
as an instructor, and I can see you being an instructor, okay, at some point in your life. As an instructor, you've got to consider your students' needs, not your school's needs, your students' needs. You take care of your students will take care of the school. That's just the way it works. So James was fixing to quit, and I made him this deal to come and train with me. And he's starting to get it much better because he's not in a classroom situation, he's in a private situation.
I would have been sad if he would.
It would have been his decision. You know.
I notice he struggles with certain things, but I feel like he has the same problem I have.
Which is?
You have to see the same thing with your friends and guys are pretty good. So the other students are getting faster than you do.
Right.
And then sometimes I overcomplicate. I don't know if it's my ADHD, but I'll see something like, it's like for example, you would never do this. Let's say you did something like this, and you were like, all right, do this.
I could do that if I wanted to kill somebody.
Well, I mean, like if you were doing this, and you were like, this is what I want you to do. When you do this, I see this. Like it sounds just like whoa, like it looks like way more complicated than it actually is. And when you show me in parts or when you show me slower, it's not even complicated.
But when my son was the grand old age of 14, I was training him, and I was getting up his butt. I said, "Dude, you're just not trying. You know, if you ever get in a fight, somebody's gonna whoop your ass." And he goes, "I've been training with you for 2 years, and you haven't hurt me yet." So I punched him in the solar plexus. I didn't go through any big. I just went, and after about 5 minutes, he goes, okay, I think I get your point.
Yeah, I feel like that's something you should never say to your teacher.
That was a dumb thing to say.
I find it highly unlikely that anyone would ever surpass their teacher anyways. Because
Actually, you can. Bodies break down. Look at me. Come on. I've been dealing with a bad knee, a bad shoulder.
You getting old is not the same as me passing you in the burn.
Well,
that couldn't happen because you've been training so much longer. There's no way I could check unless you completely stop. And even then, it probably wouldn't happen. And like, you're not supposed to be that way anyways. Like if somebody
actually, I disagree with you. I train people to be better than me. I do. Because I want them to be better. I want them to be better than my teachers.
But the point I'm trying to make is if, let's say that me and you both thought that I had become a better fighter than you, which I think that's not. But let's say it did happen and we both had the same training. Then if somebody asked me, do I think I'm a better fighter than you, I'm telling you no.
That's respect.
Even if I believe it.
That's respect. That's not a fact. It's a respect of the position. It's like hitting your mother, you know, or your grandmother, your tiny little old grandmother. You can knock shit out of her. Did you? No, of course not. It's your grandmother.
Insane, yeah.
And she tells you to do something, so you fucking well do it. You know, because it's a respect and it's a love. It's not a lack of ability. Two different things. If you should go all dark side, you'd have to find out if you're better.
Yeah. My grandma's pretty scared. Yeah.
My mother was 5 foot nothing and little, and I'd never disobey her.
I wouldn't disobey her. I disobeyed my parents a little growing up, but never used that purpose.
Yeah, growing pains. Like when David said, I've been training with you for 2 years, you haven't hurt me yet.
Yeah.
Because I can't, it's because I haven't.
It's so funny because on my first day I noticed so many things right away there. Like when I was here, I was nervous that I would mess up and be embarrassed and people would laugh. None of that happened. The first two things I noticed was everybody was really nice and that everything I was seeing was really legit. It seemed like it worked really well. And that made me realize instantly how dangerous it is. So I had no doubts from after my first day that anything would be what I wanted it to be. You know?
There's a ton of great fighters, and there have been throughout history. And we can go back as far as talking about David and Goliath. You know, tiny guy, had a good rock. You know, knew how to use his sling. Sling's a great little weapon. It's very simple. You can flick a rock 10 times harder than you can throw it, right? So it's a great weapon. David knew this. Goliath didn't. Goliath, you know, he did not judge his opponent properly. He thought his size and strength could overcome anything. Well, no, intelligence overcomes, not brute strength.
Yeah, Bruce Lee wasn't that big.
5'7", 150 pounds.
Was that steel bones though? He could hit really hard.
Well, he could. And he developed that.
You know, a lot of people say it's the in-between muscles. That's why skinny guys can hit really hard.
It's putting your body into it. That's why you can get it. Most people hit like this, just their arm. But once you learn to put your body into it, and you got that, not just the impact, but the push also. That's the way to knock somebody out. That's the way to break somebody else's arms.
I'm excited to teach.
Got a ways to go.
I know I'm a long ways away, but
First of all, you got to come to classes.
Yeah.
And you got to train at home.
Oh, you do that. I want to buy one of these.
Have a place to put it.
Figure it out. I figured I thought about it already. The worst case scenario, I'll just have to drag it up the stairs empty. And then I'll just have to, when I use it, if I can't find a place in my apartment, I'll just take it downstairs across the street and then just pour water in. It'll be a pain in the ass, but
It'd be jamming.
But
Where's your apartment? Second, third floor, basement? Well, you don't want to be doing this with somebody below you.
I guess. Yeah.
That's gonna bug the shit out of them. Do you have a balcony?
Yeah.
Possibly put it out on the balcony.
I thought about it. I don't know if it's big enough. I'll have to see. But if not, worst case scenario, just wait till we're gonna move in January. So.
Okay, and it would be better then if you would get a double-inch striking ball or the tennis ball, at least in the interim. These tennis balls are super easy to make.
What are they for?
Speed and accuracy.
So it's just like this hanging?
At least good place to get this. Right. So this is your target. Don't get hit by this one. So, hit, avoid, hit, block, hit. I like the chaos. That's why I added the second
It's all
ball.
floppy. That's what that's for too, right?
The double-edged striking balls are totally different.
The pumpkin
The
thing.
pumpkins, completely different. This is just for speed. But these are ways of training your eye and your body to follow us.
No, this one's harder to use.
This is. Can't do that right now. So try to.
Thank you for training.
I can't.
For letting me do it.
I can't do this fully the way I like to do it. But it gives you the idea.
I know there are periods of time where I don't make it to pass, but it's not on purpose. I get tired. Busy.
But plan your evenings better. Don't stay up so late.
Well, it's because I get off at 10, and then I get home at like 3 or 11.
Right. But don't stay up till 2. I used to work second shift, I know.
But I mean, yeah, it's not an excuse. I do need to go to bed early and get up early.
Whenever I was on second shift, I'd get home, and if I was filthy, I would shower, and then just go straight to bed. But if I wasn't filthy, I'd just go straight to bed. But that's for speed and accuracy.
I'll leave it up.
If you want to revisit these before you leave, that's fine.
I'll probably go back to it.
Equipment is just for that. It'll never, all this equipment's fun to use and it's useful, but it will never, ever do any better than a live opponent.
Right. I actually have actually put it back in class. So, thought he was going to.
Yep, I've seen.
I have a friend that does MMA, so he does like DJ training.
Yeah.
He said in MMA, so I don't think he knows if it's karate or taekwondo or.
Well, and there's MMA gyms here.
But
It's a big
he was dating my mom's little sister. Was saying I was like, we should talk about some stuff. And he was saying that we might spar or something that we cool to have a partner.
Now he's going to do it differently than you.
Right. Way different.
Tell him to wear a clip and a cup, because you're going to be kicking him in the nuts.
Yeah. Yeah. I obviously won't vote him either, but.
MMA, and it's not bad. It's not like what we did back in the old karate days, where it was, the only thing we couldn't do was break, joint locks and stuff like that. We did those. And we couldn't jab people in the eyes. Pretty much, the rest of it was, we had tape around our knuckles and our toes, and that was it. And we beat the shit out of each other.
Yeah, there's actually a huge amount of things you can't do in MMA. Like I didn't know you can't do this, you can't do this,
Right.
you can't do this,
Yeah.
like fish with your cheek.
You're not supposed to grab anything.
You can't do stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know, you can't do these.
Even down here on the body, you can't do things like that.
Yeah, that makes me think of the snake bites. Have you seen those?
Yeah.
Or like you can't pull hair, or you can't hit anybody in the back of the head or the neck. Like there's like 400 things you can't do.
And all those things can be dangerous to your opponent. So in a street fight, they're all open, right in the eyes, right in the throat. Grab him by the head. Bam.
There are certain things that I don't know if I have anything to do.
So it depends on the situation.
Some things are just overly cruel, like a brazen bull. It's not good, but
Depends on the situation. If you're beating the snot out of me, right, and you throw that punch, and I've been hit 3 or 4 times, and I'm like, I don't want to get fucking hit again. And you throw that punch again, and I break your arm, is that too cruel? No.
No.
It's saving my face.
No, that's not.
If you've got a weapon, a stick, a knife, a gun, jabbing your eyes and making you blind, is that too cruel? I don't think so.
No.
Jabbing you in the throat so that you can't breathe. Is that
Or
too
like
cruel?
if you win and I can't walk anymore, I'm not saying it's not necessary, but I'm gonna feel bad for the guy.
Maybe. Depends on what he was trying to do to you. And
Or
depends-
ladies can fight too.
And depends on what's in your heart at the time. I don't feel a damn bit sorry for anybody I beat up. Because they put themselves in the position as well.
I feel bad every time. I just felt like I apologized for anything, but in the back of my mind, I always think maybe that was not necessary. But I never attacked anybody, and I got picked on a lot. But still, nonetheless, maybe that's why I feel bad, because I was always a victim.
Maybe.
It's subconsciously, or it's like you gotta feel bad for people because you're the victim. I don't know what it is.
And there's nothing wrong with it. I'm not saying that there is. There's certainly not. I haven't shared that opinion personally, but we all have different experiences. I was back in my early 20s. There's this girl, and she's cute, but she thought she was a badass. So every time she'd see me, she'd throw a punch or a kick at me. Most of the time, I would just swat it away and stop it. But there was one night, I was actually reading a newspaper, reading a story in a newspaper. And she came up in front of me, and she started to throw a punch at me. Well, I just dropped the paper and I punched her in the stomach. It wasn't hard, but she wasn't prepared for it, and she doubled over like I just half killed her. And then I wagged my finger and said, "Stop doing that crap." Later on that evening, that same evening, I was outside. It was back when I was smoking cigarettes at the time. I was out back smoking a cigarette, and she came around, and she took a dive at me. And I sidestepped her, and I tripped her, and she crashed her knee on a rock, and jacked her knee up pretty bad. And again, I went, "Stop doing that shit. You're gonna get hurt." And it wasn't until then that she finally stopped messing with me. I didn't feel bad about the things I was doing. I would have felt bad if I had just chopped her ass out. That would have been overdoing it. You know what I mean? But I didn't feel bad about that. And I'm not one for hitting women. But if you're going to put yourself in a position, I'm going to hit you.
Yeah, I wouldn't normally do it. But like if, like even my girlfriend beat the crap out of me. She didn't make professional stuff. But I didn't beat her up. It wasn't necessary. I pushed her and she got scared. She fell in a chair. She was like started crying. I was like, obviously she's done. But like there are situations where like if Chris Cyborg came at me with a knife, my mom would punch her. 6'2", 200-pound woman. That's different. If she's gonna hurt me,
sexy.
she's gonna hurt me bad. Do you know who Chris Cyborg is? Oh man, she's so big. One of the biggest ladies ever.
I don't know, China was pretty big.
Yeah, I forgot about her. Yeah, she was huge. Oh my god.
I'm pretty good looking.
She looked like Tina on steroids.
Yeah, kind of. So you got the outside, you moved around, you hit both, good. Now inside, both. Inside right. Now inside left. So change your footwork.
I've already noticed differences in like my time kicks. And they've gotten a little harder. I don't know about faster, but they've gotten a little harder. Of course, it helps when you get today.
Well, you've got a smoothie, so it's got something. Now the outside left. So you move to the outside, you're in your right hand stance, right?
Oh. Where did that make it?
Probably it's because you hit it with your fingers rather than your knuckles. Listen to the notes. As opposed to. Don't hit with your fingers. All right, test him.
What mounted arm?
I need to take a look. Continue to go. Now try to make it more simultaneous. Foot and both hands. Don't end up like this. Always maintain a wider stance. They're much more stable that way. See how close your feet are? You're moving and then you're going like this. So move and maintain that wider stance. Watch. So you're here. Well, backwards. As I'm stepping, up. Now step here this way. There you go. See how much closer you are?
Yeah.
Yeah, Shailene was the third of my students that we've lost in the last 2 years. Another fellow, Curtis, he died of leukemia, and Mark put a bullet in his brain. Shailene died of cancer. She had brain tumors, lung cancer, and liver cancer. She was a tobacco head. She smoked a lot.
Like Eddie.
Who?
Eddie Van Halen.
Smoking didn't give me mouth cancer, it was putting metal picks in my mouth. Yeah, he's so hard-headed.
Like Frank Zappa. Frank Zappa was a tobacco head also.
Oh, he was.
That killed him. Genius, but stupid when it came to his health.
He lost a lot of love.
Me? Yeah.
A lot of kids, students are like kids.
Yeah, they are.
Sorry for your luck.
It is part of life. If you're lucky enough to live to be old, you'll see a lot of death. And you do understand that you can't do anything about it. Everybody's going to do it. The best you can do is remember them and move on.
True. It's not proof the school is still alive.
It is. The Seattle school is even going. Everything he started is still going.
I decided I'm going to go see his grade when I get a chance, but it's so far.
In Seattle.
I've been there though. So I know what
It's
it's
a
like.
4-hour flight.
Yeah.
It's a 15 or 20-hour drive.
Yeah, we drove.
I've been there 3 times.
Really? I know Michael said he went with you once.
Yep. Yeah, we went up to a Grandmasters convention. Very few people actually make any money in martial arts. It's mostly actors. Bruce never made much on Jeet Kune Do, but he made a lot of as far as being an actor is concerned.
I'm hoping to have something similar to like.
Well, the reason I bought this building so I didn't have to pay rent.
Yeah.
So,
You can have to lease a place.
I've got about $10,000 wrapped up in this and building and materials. And hell, I would have spent that easy in a year for rent. And though I maintain insurance on you guys, I don't, and my homeowners takes care of the building. They don't have to have separate insurance for that. You know what I mean? So there's a lot going on when you're running a business. You've got not just your rent, but you got utilities to pay, you got equipment, everything. And when you're punching stuff, equipment eventually breaks, so you got to replace it.
Yeah, there's like $1,000 or so that I'll have to spend on equipment before I can actually start.
Probably.
I don't have. I mean, I can't. If they come to take a class, I'm like, we're in my backyard, we have no equipment, just like they're gonna be like, this guy.
Well, no, not necessarily. I've done all kinds of weird stuff. I've taught out of my backyard. I've taught out of parks. And you have part of equipment. You got your kick shield. You got your mitts.
A lot of the best schools too are small.
I think so.
But if I don't have equipment and I don't have a school, I feel like it would make me work bad.
Well, you first got to have the experience.
Right.
You've got the experience, none of that other stuff matters. But you can still train with one-on-one with another person.
How long did it take for you to have 2 students?
I've been teaching since high school. So I started teaching in '74. I started with 5. So, that's that question,
Are we prohibited from teaching people stuff?
you are at this stage. When you get to red, yellow, you're open to teaching anyway.
Okay.
But you can't award any rank to it.
Right.
Not
So
until
that would be black guy.
your life's up.
I was just wondering, because I was thinking it'd be cool to have experience. Well, obviously.
That's what
at a higher level.
that whole year of red and yellow, that's what that's about. It's teaching you how to teach. You're sharpening your skills. You can only really know a skill if you can teach it. Right? Otherwise, it's theory. You don't know.
Yeah.
It's just theory. You know? I can punch you like, you can hit hard, boom. But if you're not actually hitting anything, you're not proving it. So that's what that year is from that red yellow is teaching. You'll not have any tests during that time. At the end of it, you will. You have to do 100 hours of teaching. And Chet's closest to it. He's got 70 something. He'll be ready after the first year.
How many hours?
100. 100 of teaching hours in within a year.
Are we allowed to teach people like how to set class?
Yeah, but it won't count.
Oh,
You have to teach them in here.
Will
Because
we
I've got
be-
to supervise it.
oh, okay. I was gonna say, would we be able to teach, like, if I teach one of the other students here how to set class?
Yeah, well, if they wanted to.
If they want
But it still won't count for your hours.
to. Oh,
It's got to be in here. All right, ready for number 2?
it's,
Displacement.
Sorry.
Factors.
copy it.
Factors. So lead pop, rear lock, lead factors. Grab it. Lock is a grab. So we're like this. Pop, lock, factors. Look. Now, go there. Right outside first. Lead puck, rear lock, lead. That's called a displacement.
Wait.
No.
Okay, yeah,
Puck, lock, back. Lead, rear, lead.
that was so fun. It's so much trickier with the arms here. I'm so glad we have this.
Fly bottom.
Otherwise, it'd be all weird whenever you actually go to flex and
Well, there's nothing here to block. I need to get 2 more of those jackets.
I'm like, that's not fair. Can you do me a favor and stand still real quick?
Exactly.
Get
your arms down.
Yeah, just go like this, like a toothpick.
The reason I bought those, and everybody hates them at first, until they see the value.
Oh, I love it.
Once you see the value, yeah, work around it.
Something I realized though is that if you're able to kick hard enough without losing your balance like that, it would probably not be that hard to overpower somebody from the leg.
Not hard to overpower somebody's arms with a punch, if that's what you want to do. So let me show you something real quick. And this is with my shitty shoulder. Right?
Go for it.
But it's called a cut across, right? So I'm just going to reach up and touch you in the head. Boom! Just cut across. So try to prevent me. No. See? I can still hit it. Why is that? Why is that? Because you can't react as fast as I can initiate an action.
Right. Because you have to think forever.
Right. Takes a long time for that to get from here to here, and then back to here to get it to do something. Oh, something's happened. What am I going to do? Takes a long time. That's why Bruce came up with the 5 ways of attack, and not the 5 ways to defend.
Yeah.
So you're getting ready to hit somebody, and you go, whack! That's an attack, right? That's your first one. Boom.
It makes me think of the whole offensive defense defense.
It is. What you got to build is the techniques and your awareness of what's going on. But number 2, displacement. Outside, inside, inside, outside. So start over here on the outside. changed your footwork over here. How come?
Over here?
Yeah. Why didn't you start here in your left hand stand? Okay. On the outside.
Was that supposed to be this way on the inside?
So face me. So if you're going to go on the outside, right, you have to be left footed because that's what you're going to do. Okay? If you're going to go on the inside, you have to be right footed. Good. You have to change the footwork each time. When you're on the right outside, you've got to be in the left hand stance.
Oh, okay.
Right inside, you have to be in the right.
This is right.
And then on the left inside, you have to be on the left. And then on the right outside, you have to be on the right. You have to change your footwork each time. No. Displacement. There you go, like that. You can do them all from the center, right? So I'm in my left, I'm going to boom. I haven't changed anything. I didn't step. But I just brought it to. Boom. 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 So you don't have to do all that footwork hopping around. The outside. So shake it forward. Don't move it. Just bring it to you. There you go. Now on the left hand side, yep. Change footwork. That's correct. Change footwork now. And then do that right outside or left outside. There you go. Just bring it to you. And talking, part of it. Jeet Kune Do is half physical, half philosophical. So the philosophical stuff is just as important as the physical stuff. Matter of fact, it's harder to catch for most people than the physical stuff. I can teach a monkey how to fight. You can't teach a monkey how to think. My biggest goal is to teach all of my students how to be decent human beings and good fighters.
I didn't know if I'd actually make it. I mean, I'm barely not even halfway there, but
Oh, you're barely starting.
yeah, I never thought I would make it as far.
You haven't made it very far yet.
I mean,
Tomorrow you'll be a little bit further.
I mean, past first rank.
Don't let the ranks bother you. They're very little consideration. What they're there for is to let you know that you're advancing. That's really all that they're there for.
I noticed something too that I thought was interesting when I was looking at the book like 2 or 3 days ago when I trained at home. I noticed that I was like, maybe I should go back over the white belt and the green belt. And when I went to do it, it was like the same stuff but broken down. So I was like, I'd be going backwards. So I just so wanted to. But I was like, it's just funny how it all pieces together that way. I thought it was really straight.
I put it together that way.
It was pretty straight up.
So the first thing you're practicing, right, is your footwork. Is that what you're going to do that your entire career is your footwork, right? You're always going to be working on your footwork. You're always going to be making sure that you've got your leads, you know. Footwork is so important, and that's the very first thing you learn, and that's the thing that you'll do the most. And most people don't understand that. So they get past their first couple of belts, and then they're like, I don't need to do that footwork shit anymore. Well, you're always going to be doing that footwork shit.
It's funny because the whole time I thought the complete opposite. I kept thinking if I try too hard to focus on what I'm currently doing, I might forget the other stuff. So then I practiced some of the other stuff before while I was on the next.
But it's meant to load on top of each other. You're still doing those punches. Those very first punches you're doing, you're still doing
Those
them.
combinations now.
Now you're doing them in combination. But you don't need to sit there and go 1, 2, 3, 4. No, you don't need to do that. You don't need to do these back fists forever because now you're doing them in combination. Bump, bump, bump. You're still doing all punches.
I'm wanting to hope to get one of these soon too, because I really want to practice my like my stamina.
Probably ought to wait till you move so that you don't have to dig with it twice.
Yeah. Plus I don't have money for it just yet. I will though. I actually.
Now, do you want to cover that last 80, by the way?
I am. I just don't have any money right now, but I get paid for it.
Okay.
I haven't been able to do an arrow whatever.
No.
Oh, sorry about
Don't call me. But just check it.
that. I know that you have film on stuff.
So, yeah, do it Thursday and then, a couple more weeks and take care of next month. So are you getting something out of these private classes? That's the thing. If you
Yeah,
find
definitely.
value, are you getting value?
Yeah.
That's the thing. If you're getting the value out of it that you think you should be, then it's worth it.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on to number 3. On check punch. On check punch. We'll do the outside first. On check punch. Do that about 5 times. Now the inside. So change my word. On check punch. Heartburn.
Yeah, it's the punter.
Pineapple's good for you.
Acidic can get pretty bad.
On check punch. On check punch. Don't let go of your check. On check punch. Pineapple contains bromelain, which is wonderful for your digestion. People who have trouble with their digestive tract eat a lot of pineapple, and it straightens it right up. So canned pineapple is just as good as fresh, as far as I'm concerned.
Well, yeah, it's just beneficial. Might not taste good,
It all tastes the same.
but
To me.
I like to drink it.
Canned pineapple is cheaper, and you don't have to peel it.
The canned pineapple juice is cheaper too, because pasteurized snacks are way more shelf life.
Well, yeah, it's got a lot. Don't look for the stuff that don't have any sugar added to it.
No, yeah, they have 100%. You have to look for that because they try to trick you. It says 100% juice or no sugar added.
Right. It's got to say 100% pineapple juice.
Yeah.
Otherwise, they'll put in white grape juice and add pineapple.
Yeah. It's like when they put peanut butter and stuff or peanuts and they take the peanut oil out of it and they replace it with canola oil and sunflower oil. It's like, why? It costs extra money and time to do that. Like,
Because it makes it smooth and it stabilizes the shelf life.
well, and then they get free peanut oil that they can use for other stuff, and the peanuts are already paid for. So.
Right. But peanut oil goes rancid pretty quick.
Yeah.
So to get freshly ground up peanut butter, you have to keep it in the refrigerator or it'll go bad in a week.
Oh yeah. And it separates.
Right.
The oil cells and stuff.
Right. So that's why they do that. Is a longer shelf life. It's a stabilizer. That's our food industry. And we're not like one of these third world countries where we're relying on fresh food all the time, although it's healthier. We don't go to the market every day to buy fresh fish or meat or vegetables. We go to the store and buy 2 weeks worth of stuff, canned and packaged. Did you get any use out of the books that I gave you?
I haven't opened yet. I set them on my bookshelf and they just in my pocket.
Won't do you any good. Don't read them, buddy.
I will. I haven't been doing anything, like I said, for the past week. Since I've been back, I haven't been really lazy.
Reading don't take a lot of energy.
It does.
Switch your footwork. When you do that, there you go. See that? Are you a vegetable fan? Do you like fresh vegetables?
Yes.
My morning breakfast generally consists of a couple of boiled eggs, right? And I usually have celery and sweet peppers and tomatoes, and sometimes I'll throw in some broccoli or cauliflower. But I have a big plate of vegetables with a couple of boiled eggs. And then I'll have either melon or mixed berries, frozen ones. They're thawed by the time I eat them. You know what I mean? I either have watermelon, cantaloupe, or mixed berries. Or maybe even something like oranges or tangerines or kiwi for a dessert. But I eat mostly fresh fruits and vegetables. Cucumber. I'll eat 2 cucumbers a week, which means I'm having about 6 slices every day. Real good for you. Full of water, good nutrients, no calories. Great for the digestion, of course. Your digestive tract, if you don't have a healthy digestive tract, you cannot be healthy. Food in, crap out.
Right.
It's got to happen that way. If you're constipated or if you've got diarrhea, no good. You got to get in that middle sweet spot where your poop's got to look kind of like thick toothpaste. Not too thin, not watery, and not rotten either.
That sounds good.
Pudding.
Yes.
Yes.
I've been dehydrated too, but we haven't had a lot of water. The tap water is like undrinkable. It's like slimy and it tastes gross. So
Get your filter for your
I have a pure one, but the sink we have either doesn't the fitting either doesn't come off or it's like rusted on there. Because I tried really hard to get it off the fitting, and I tried to use pliers, and it almost broke the faucet. Like it would not.
they get your Brita filter.
Brita filter? Oh yeah, like the
jet.
filter. Yeah. That's what my girlfriend was saying.
Fill that sucker up, put it in the refrigerator. You have fresh water.
I buy those. Usually we buy the bottled water, but I like to get the jugs too because they're cheaper.
The Brita is cheaper than you'll
Water.
right and all that. And you'll change the filter about once every 6 months.
What I really want to do is what my dad and my uncle did and get a Colgate machine.
Water
Oh,
softener?
No, it's like $159. It's just like you see in office or like.
Oh yeah, I've got actually you can get one. You can get one of those for $50 on eBay.
Oh really?
I
Just
ordered-
like the big jug.
I ordered one, but you have to buy. You have to go to like Walmart or something to get your jugs refilled.
Right.
If you don't have fresh water.
I think it's like $1.30. Is the whole thing.
You know, me, I bought, and it'll be here, and that's okay, but it's because I have an RO system,
Right.
and but that's kind of a pain in the ass too. I bought one of those coolers. It's a water cooler. It's also got a hot water thing on it.
That?
No, the one I just bought.
Oh.
I should have it within the next couple of weeks. But it's got cold and hot water, so when winter comes, people want tea or hot chocolate or something, they can bring their own mix and have hot water. But yeah, I've got one done.
Yeah, I need to get one. Actually, I forgot they exist. Probably would have bought one for only $100 or even a better one.
I
keep
bought-
trying to forget
I bought
to
one
get
$50 on eBay.
it, but I should be fine.
Free.
I can't afford not to buy
With
one.
free shipping.
I'll probably spend $50 on a bottle of water in the next month. We drink a lot of it.
And if you can't get your faucet taken apart to put an inline filter in, then get a Brita filter will be your second best thing. So you're working on Tonchek punch. Tonchek punch. Your next one is just straight rear pin, straight punch. Rear pin, straight punch. Rear pin, straight punch. So do the outside first. Change footwork. Rear pin. Rear pin. Rear. No.
No.
Leg punch. Now change footwork and do the inside. Inside right. Rear pin. Leg punch. Change footwork and do the left inside. It's going to be a left punch. And left punch. There you go. Yep. And then same. Just no rear pin.
Oh.
Straight punch. Okay, next one. Your sliding punch.
That was crossing my arms.
Or whenever you're doing this outside, you can also do it like this.
Oh, okay.
You don't have to do that. You can do it. It's just a pin. All you're doing is keeping it from getting. Next one's a sliding pot. So it's going to be slide, put it. You have to slide, put it. This is not a warm pot. Lock it to your shoulder, slide it past you.
Okay.
Slide. Keep that up here. Keep it up here for a check. Switch footwork to the inside. No.
This one.
Slide, punch. Slide. Now. Always protect your face. Switch footwork, do inside left. Slide with this one, punch with that. Yep. You don't have to maintain hold on it, just slide it past you. Keep this up. Now let me show you why I want you to keep that up. I'm going to throw my left, so slide it past you. If you drop that, back. So that's why I want you to always keep your face guarded.
I like the explain things. So I know what.
There's always a reason why we use it. Always. Our warm-ups, right? When we're doing the waist twist. That's to get you to understand and put your body into these punches, kicks, right? These knee moves, stretching the knees and rolling them and all that. It's for those leg checks that we do.
No,
the ankles, everything we do start at the ground. Every punch we make starts at the ground, right? So if I'm pushing off, I'm doing that roll. Doing that roll with my ankle and my knee, and it's translating through my hips, through my chest, and eventually into my punch. Okay? So it all starts on the ground.
And then if you hit me, it'd be kind of how I went to sleep too, like.
Right. A lot of people do go to sleep when you tap on it.
I see this a lot too.
Right.
Jazz hands.
I used to work at the Red Cross years ago as a phlebotomist, and these real healthy football players would come in, if we were at a college or a high school, to keep that up, to donate, and they'd be, all studly walking in, and as soon as you jabbed them with a needle, they'd pass out. I've had to do Jeet Kune Do on some of them. There was a guy, I was working on him, jabbed him, and he stiffened up. So I literally had to do a crossover and push him back against the table and said, okay, somebody pull this needle, please. So I actually did a JKD move on him to keep him from seizing up and jabbing him this needle all the way through his arm.
Yeah, I gave myself PTSD about donating. I don't let myself close my eyes anymore because I've only fallen asleep like maybe 2 or 3 times while I was donating, and it was only when I first started. But I fell asleep one of the times, and I was sitting in the thing like this, laying all the way back, and I had my arm up,
Right?
and I fell asleep, and the dude tapped my leg, and I jumped up like that, and almost like extended my arm all the way, and almost hooked the needle through.
Yep.
And it like stabbed me kind of. It didn't go all the way through like or infiltrate the vein, but it like scraped the other side, and I was like, oh my god, it scared me. And so I was like, man, I need to not fall asleep no more.
Right.
You're not supposed to anyways, but I just tired that day.
Yep. Yeah, you've got to really be cautious when you're doing stuff like that. When and I donate. I don't do plasma because I've had a heart attack and they won't leave the plasma, but I can give blood. And I sit there and watch TV or chat with them or whatever. I've never had a problem with donating blood.
They give you money for blood. Blood.
It's all free. No, I do it around the holidays because car wrecks and stuff. I don't have my blood's not special. It's B negative, but it's like everybody's. Like most white people.
If you had OB positive,
Right.
you get paid an insane amount.
Yeah, I don't have. I got standard. Everybody kind of got blood.
My girlfriend has, I think, A positive. Her brother, her foster brother, he has OB positive. He actually does. He's gotten paid for something like before.
All right, your next one. Ton harmoniously. There you go. If you're doing that, do it simple. Go ahead, Todd. And I'm going to give you resistance, right? So you can feel me resisting. So push through it. Do it again. That's right. There you go. See? Boom. Right in the face. That's how you get around. Ton harmonious spring. Ton harmonious spring. Ton harmonious spring. Ton harmonious spring.
This is not like a game. It really is.
Awesome.
Because you're trying to outsmart and be faster and smarter than the other person. You're not trying to overpower them. You're trying to outsmart them and trick them or use their own force against them. So it's almost like 2 guys playing a board game. Like I don't know how else to describe it.
One of my favorite. I'm not going to do it with my right. I'll do it with my left. One of my favorite moves. If somebody like threw up a ball, right? Drop a ball, and they think they have me blocked, I'll relax, and then I'll hit them again. The reason is when I relax, they relax. And then I can go right in.
That's funny because it's instinct. Like I just noticed when you get it, when you relax, my body instinctively relaxes.
Yeah.
I didn't think about it.
And then I slid it in.
That's very clever. That's good.
Works every time.
I mean, even in a real fight, I feel like it's still basically a game. It's just the stakes are a lot higher.
Yeah, it could be your life.
Yeah, even if it's not getting hurt.
Right. Ton harmonics all the way through. And that way, with doing that, you also keep their arm. You know where their arm is. You know where this is.
Right.
You also still have it checked. You still can't hit me with this unless you slide down and do a body shot. But by then, I've already hit you.
Right. Yeah, you don't want to.
Ton, harmonious. Inside. Change your footwork to do the inside lip. outside. Nope,
Oh, wait.
same hand. Here you go. Alright, good. Next one, this is the one that's opposite, where your footwork is going to be opposite. Right? So you're going to puck south with your lead, punch with your reverse. But pop, punch, pop, punch. So if you're here, pop, punch, with your left pop, right punch. But come to the outside. So switch your footwork. You're going to pop, punch. Drive that. Hitting somebody in the body, what you want to really focus on is ribs. Hitting somebody in the stomach, you may knock the breath out of them, but you want to break ribs instead.
Right. The way you looked at me when you said that was like, you were like a killer or something. It was crazy.
Every time you hit somebody, you want to hurt them. You don't want to piss them off. You just want to hurt them.
Yeah, pissing them off makes them stronger.
It does. It does.
Makes them
I keep telling people, you got to learn how to fight like an old man. Very little effort, with the extreme amount of efficiency. Boom. Right. That's all it takes, right? Do I have to do any fancy stuff? No. Just boom. I'm done. So you touch the chest and you run this right into the neck. Now, personally, I don't need to do that anymore. I go straight for it.
Oh, you keep the feet on day.
I know where it is. I don't have to think about it.
Why did we start practicing the beauty?
We could because it's just a strike. Bilge is just a strike. It's like a punch. It's just a strike. We don't need special techniques to do bilge.
Yeah.
Bilge anytime. It's just a strike. That's why. Separate bilge techniques. I'm not looking to make my manual bigger. I'm looking to make it most efficient.
Right.
So that's why.
Okay, so.
No, backwards. Backwards. Reverse punch.
Oh.
You step on your toe?
And it's different.
Now, in a fight, speaking of that, I teach this, how to keep a person from, I'm not going to squish your toes, right? But if I'm going to step in to punch you, I'm going to do this. And then as you fall, I'm not going to let up. Got a good chance of breaking your ankle as you fall, as long as you keep pressure on that foot.
And then if I recover, you just.
Well, even if you did recover, okay, go on down to the floor. Go on, go ahead. If you did try to recover, all I got to do is stomp on it. So
Yeah.
just put my weight on it. And then if you're still trying to get up, bam! Tap! Right on your ankle.
Or a shuffle stomp kick.
I don't even have to mess with it. I've got a target right there.
Oh.
We've got a target right there. It's just got to go like that. Don't get fancy. Keep it simple. Fight like an old man. Keep it simple. You don't have to make play. Now, I want you to see what kind of distance I've got left to go.
Oh, yeah, that's bad. That's what penetrative force is. And blood.
And you don't just do this. You go "Rah!" all the way through. I've been hit hard enough to do that. Somebody hit me in my kidneys. I pissed blood for 2 days, and I was sick as a dog. It hurt.
I bet it did. There's a reason toxins only like 5 once or twice a year.
Well, and they wear those kidney protectors.
Oh, they do?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't
Under
know
their
that.
shorts, yeah.
That makes a lot of sense.
They have the these nut covers. That comes all the way up to here. It's kidney and solar or
I didn't know that.
pelvis protector.
Liver shots, I know, are the number one to make people get knocked out.
Pardon?
Liver shots are supposed to be the number one knockout.
Yeah.
Well, in boxing,
Headshots are.
Mike Tyson only used to cover that.
Yeah.
I think he did one too, like,
No, same hand.
oh,
And it all came from the hips. Mike Tyson was a beast. He was an absolute master at that double uppercut.
he was kind of like Russo in the sense that he learned. You did too. I did. Which would have helped me a lot.
It all starts from where you start from. Right? I've known martial artists that started at 50 years old. And by the time they were 70, they were some bad look. Even at 70.
Yeah, there's no age limit for being a badass.
There's not.
Actually, the older you are,
You know,
eventually the more wise and experienced you are.
I'm still out here with a myriad of injuries and ailments. And I pack them up and let's get them on. Let's do some more, you know. I put on some pain stickers and stabilize the shoulder, and I'm ready to go again. You know,
You got some true grit.
I will not give up. The only time I thought about giving up is after a heart attack and open heart surgery, because I had never experienced anything like that. I didn't know how long it was going to take. After about 6 months, I felt pretty good. Came back. I only took about 6 months off. Called up all the students, said, "Hey, let's get this thing going again." Okay, great. That was when I bought the building.
Oh, you did?
It's a commitment at that point. You need some Tums or something?
No, I just need a drink.
So you're drinking pineapple on an empty belly? Probably not the smartest move. You got any allergies to peanuts or anything?
Well, I ate before I came.
Did you? Okay. Protein is what you should have.
Well, and water would help.
Oh yeah, there's some water in here. Yep.
I know that cardboard is plant recycled, but watering is just kind of ridiculous.
It ain't gonna hurt anything.
It's not gonna grow.
No,
I gotta pee up here right now.
but the water's not on the floor now. Is it?
No.
Is that right? Final? Is that a urinal?
Yeah.
Oh. I've always peed in the toilet.
I don't get a lot of that.
Oh wait, yeah, sure.
Yeah, that's a urinal. Did you cover it up?
No.
Yeah.
I will. I will.
That's what the flavors were. All right,
Distracted today.
next one, let's see. You just did the long hop. So this is the one you put on your shoulder. Nope, yeah. Start out here, yeah, boom. And then in here, boom. And then over here, boom. And then out here, boom. So you want yourself across.
Oh, why do I keep being in it?
This one. There we go.
Wait.
Onto your shoulder. The Wampoks come from the LA group, from the Concepts group. Jerry Protein showed me these. I taught Professor Dillies. Each student that comes in here that I accept as a student, I'm always evaluating them for being an instructor. That's what my aim is to teach people how to teach this. Spread the news, you know what I mean? I'm not out here for self-glorification, you know. I charge $1,000 an hour for this. I'm out here to teach people how to teach. The world is getting worse all the fucking time.
Yeah, my goal was to learn martial arts, but now I feel like it's the best I can teach. Like my goal was to learn martial arts, now my goal is to teach.
In the 70s, I was worried about the Vietnam War in the early 70s. I'm a proud draft dodger, right? Those Vietnamese people didn't do me a damn bit of good, didn't do me a damn bit of harm. Well, I couldn't see myself going to Vietnam to shoot them for something they didn't do to me, right?
Yeah.
So thank goodness I turned 18 after the war was over.
Yeah.
In 1975, I was 17. I'm going,
One of them they drafted fighters, didn't they? Like 16 up.
they didn't draft them, they allowed them in 16 and 17
Oh.
in World War II because they needed bodies.
Right.
But I wasn't going to play that shit. I have never backed a war, any war. It does not do any good except for population control. Kills a lot of people. That's all it's good for.
I agree. I
So-
don't support the military.
I do support our soldiers, not the military industrial complex, not the military, but our soldiers. Yes, one-on-one. Yes, absolutely.
And I support protecting each other and teaching each other how to
Well,
fight
yeah.
and how to use weapons and stuff.
But-
Fighting wars is the same thing.
But drones and nuclear bombs are not war. They're not fighting.
They're murdered.
Those are murderings.
Yeah.
A drone can drop out of the sky and shoot you dead. That's not a good thing. That's a horrible thing.
The bombs have to be dropped from high up too, because they're called dirty bombs. When they detonate on the ground,
Again,
each
horrible.
destroys a piece of the planet almost perfectly.
When we were fighting wars with swords and you had to look at your opponent, that's one thing. That's one-on-one.
Yeah.
But when they started siege engines for one thing, throwing rocks, giant rocks at each other from someplace over here. They couldn't see those people, you know. And then rifles, you can't see. You don't. You see a target 100 yards away. You can't see that man's eyes.
Yeah.
You know. I do not support any of that stuff. So yeah, in '75, I was planning on going to Canada. I already had my route. I was a woodsman. I was going right up through Minnesota, right in the middle of the woods, and I'd be in Calgary in no time. I had my place to go. And then they said, okay, we're out of here. No more Vietnam War. And I was like, okay, good. But, you know, I was going to be a proud draft dog. I did join the Navy, but it was after the war, and I wanted to do some travel. Got booted out. I was only in the Navy for 21 days.
Why?
Back then, they had the Navy personnel do a dive test. You had to dive down 15 feet and recover a target. I got down about 10 feet, and my eardrum blew it. So they shouldn't be gone. Rather than fixing it, out of here. Yeah, that's just what it is.
If I didn't get approved, I went to buy a gun like 2 weeks ago, and they said that for some reason they delayed the background check. And the FBI said that we're not approved for
Ever been in trouble?
I don't have any charges. The only thing I can think of is I jumped bail like 6 years ago.
Oh, well, that'll get you.
I didn't get charged, and it was a misdemeanor, but I jumped bail. So I think that's probably it. But my question is, if they didn't approve me to purchase a handgun, do you think that they would approve me to
You can get a shotgun.
get a passport?
Probably. You can get a passport.
Okay, because I want to go to Alaska.
You can get a hunting rifle and a shotgun.
I want to go to Alaska, but I want to drive. I want to go.
Yeah, you gotta.
I want to go to. I mean, I could fly. I don't think.
Well, or you could go up to Seattle and then you could drive to Seattle and ferry.
Yeah.
Up to Canada.
Yeah.
If you wanted to. But you talking about to live or visit?
No, you didn't. I would live in Alaska.
But you could fly also without having a passport because you're going to one of the states.
Yeah.
You're not going to be stopping in Canada. All right. Do you know you want pots on both sides? On the outside. Outside of that also. Yeah. Yeah. All right, bongs out. So when you feel it, there you go. Long and grab. 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 Long. Grab. Hit. Right. Sorry. Long. That's fine. Long. Grab. Hit. Long. Grab. Long. Grab. Hit. Now, inside. Long. Long. Grab.
Oh, wait.
Long. Grab. Hit. Long. Long. Grab. All right. Long. Grab. Hit. Hit. Long. Grab. Hit. Long. Grab. All right. And you can do these on bottles. Boom, boom. Boom. Gong Sao. Very Gong Sao is just. Go ahead and go through those.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry, out here first. Oh, sorry. You're right. Switch footwork. Oh. Nails. Okay, switch forward. This hand here. Make sure you grab it, pull. So it locks out. Other side. Here. No, on the outside. The other hand. Now you'll be on the inside. Switch feet. Now you'll be on the inside. Alright, Gong Sao. So, going to be a rear Gong Sao, lead punch. Same thing, no matter what I do. Punch. No punch. Okay, wait. Switch feet. Rear Gong. There you go. Switch feet. Lead Gong.
I didn't do it like the last.
Switch feet. Lead Gong. Next one is Gong Track Punch. So lead Gong, track punch. So boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom. Same thing. All right. Now, yeah, switch. Punch. Long press punch. Long press punch. Long trap punch. Do the same thing. Long trap punch. Right. See how it pushes me right into it? Long trap punch. Right. Long trap punch. Go ahead. All right. Now stay there. Long trap punch with your rear. Long trap punch. Punch. Switch foot. Long trap punch.
I did backwards.
Go trap. Gong. Gong. Trap punch. Gong trap punch. Gong trap punch. Gong trap punch. There you go. That's all of it.
That's all the ones on there?
That's all this. So you want to go through the entering the striking, which is right down here, or you want to do your knees or your punches. All of this stuff from here up, you can do it. You can do those on both.
I need to practice the inner striking. I got the leg traps, right hooks. I got the right hooks just to throw.
It's just, it doesn't matter. Okay, Rickles. Here's the philosophy about it. Okay, if you grab me around my neck, why would I mess with your arms? I wouldn't.
You should. Most people would.
I know, but why? But why would I? I wouldn't. So grab me around my neck, thump! Right? That's all you need to do. You just need to hit him. You can punch him, you open-handed, eye jab, throat jab. Just hit him. That's all you got to do. Or if you don't want to hit him, kick him. So I just kicked you in the nuts, but I can also break your knee. I can break that knee. Stomp on your feet. Why mess around with the arms? Just get out of it. That's all there is to break holds. Everything you got to know is right there. Even if I grab you from behind, let me come behind. Right?
Yeah.
Right? Or, and I'm not going to grab your nuts this time. Stomp!
Yeah.
That's all you need to know. Just hit them. That's all there is to it. Simple. Keep it simple. So that's and it's any break hold, any break hold. Grab my wrist. Why would I fuck around with doing anything with it?
Yeah.
Right? Grab my wrist again. Straight into your nuts. Okay, and you only have to do 3 of those. Joint locks. All you're trying to do on a joint lock is to make the joint bend in a way that it's not supposed to. Simple, right? So just get the joint to where it's going to bend in a way that it shouldn't. What is your spine? Just a bunch of joints, right?
Do we practice these? Like, but not in JKD, but like when you try to do. I've seen things like where they use the pressure points and stuff.
Again, that's just a strike. If it's a strike, of course it's JKD. So yeah, thump, thump.
Ah.
Right here's a good spot for that. That's called a panther palm. So good for the neck.
That makes me think of leopard too.
Yeah, thump.
Ooh, that feels like a hammer.
Good for the ribs too.
It's either like tickle when you really do it.
Right. So the pelvis, think about that. Whack!
Ooh, yeah, that would be so good.
So when we're talking about this area down here, I rarely talk about the groin. I don't. The nuts, the dick, it's not a great place unless you grab them. So you grab somebody by the dick and you're like, okay, come on. They're probably going to go, okay.
Yeah, that's why chicks like to do it.
But hips should be in the pelvis, right there. So your pelvis is designed like this. Everybody's, every men and women, trans, I don't care. If you're a human, your pelvis is designed like this, right? And there's a little bit of space in between it for cartilage, for childbirth. It's meant to open up like this, and it will during childbirth. It is never meant to go inside like this. In between these, those nerves hit so hard, it's debilitating. They will pass right out from pain. You just hit them that hard, they're done.
Just like,
Done.
that's great.
Now, I'm going to push on yours, right? Just feel that right there?
Yeah.
That hurts like right there in their pubic hair rings. So right above the junk. They're done.
How much time do we have left?
Get about 5 minutes, looks like.
That's okay.
Now you got to ride, right?
Yeah. Oh, actually, I should probably text her now. I don't think she went home, so shouldn't be late. Oh, I got a phone call. Where is that?
Remember, the top one is your target. Avoid the bottom.
I'm about to start working longer shifts, but I should still make it to class.
So what time do you go in?
I go in at 4 now. So I'm gonna start going in at 2. I don't know exactly when it's gonna start. The only problem I see is that sometimes on Mondays and Tuesdays, I might have to leave a little early. It just depends because it takes me an hour to ride there, and I have to change and stuff like that. If I bring my stuff with me, like my work clothes and my badge and my key and stuff, then I should be all right.
Just change here accordingly.
Yeah. The only other thing that might change is sometimes when they have basketball games and volleyball games for the middle school and the high school, there are going to be nights where I don't get out till like 11 or 12. On those nights, I probably won't come to class at all.
So now,
Because my boss even said you might be here till like 1 sometimes. And I was like, oh God. And they were like, yeah, when they have the games, sometimes the people and the kids will all leave till like 10:30, 11.
and then you got to clean up after.
And then I got to clean it.
They're paying you overtime for it. So.
Yeah, they will. And they're going to make me overtime, or I mean, they're going to make me full-time, so I'll get benefits. I'll get,
Oh,
they,
very
give me,
nice.
they give us free full coverage for medical and dental
Nice.
and vision, so we don't have to pay nothing. Because my other boss, Kennedy, he don't work here anymore. He said, yeah, you don't pay nothing. It's actually free.
And this is for a church, right?
Yeah.
Well, they're a nonprofit. They can get that for free.
They're rich, too. Filthy rich.
Most churches are.
That was smack you right in the forehead.
One of my problems with them. And you know, I'm not a religious guy, but you know, if they're a decent employer, I don't care about that. Try to make your tricks as clean as you can. You can block the bottom one or duck it, doesn't matter. Try to hit every opportunity like you missed an opportunity there. When it's close to you, hit it. At least make the attempt to hit it.
It's tricky when it moves around everywhere.
Yep.
You don't know which way it's going to go.
So does a person.
Exactly.
I developed this back in the mid-'80s. Nobody else makes this. I'll fancy this thing up and start selling them online.
It's tricky to get out of the way.
It is.
Wrong side.
I had one. Well, this is my original one that I developed way back when.
Oh, you can tell it's old.
Oh,
The
yeah.
shoelace?
I would, huh?
Oh, I thought it was the shoelace, but I think I've seen this correctly.
Yeah, it's just an old nylon rope and 2 tennis balls. Those are all dried out. They look like dog chewed on. Yeah, but that's my original one.
That's pretty cool.
Reaction timer. Yeah, I need to make a video with using that. Can't use tennis balls. I'd have to get some kind of rubber ball.
Why?
Because tennis balls are marketed and they're patent on them and all that stuff.
If you, it won't matter if you.
No, I could probably coat it in a rubber solution and be okay that way. But I'd need to fancy it up and make it look more professional, rather than just a string going through a couple of tennis balls.
Oh, that was a good one, I think.
Yeah.
This will help you with accuracy a lot.
That's what it's for.
Literally, just that one felt so perfect that it made me realize how bad some of the others.
Now, don't leave your thumb hanging out in space. Always tuck your thumb. I've seen seasoned martial artists get their thumb broken.
Ah. Hit me in my ribs.
All right, sir. It's after 12, so I will end this stream. Good job today.